ஒரு பாட்டு பாடுறியா? அம்மா ஒரு பாட்டு பாடுறாங்க கீதா.
ஆரம்பிக்கலாமா?
கஜானனம் பத்மார்க்கம் கஜானனம் அஹர்நிஷம் அநேகதந்தம் பக்தானாம் ஏகதந்தம் உபாஸ்மஹே ஸ்மிருதி ஸ்மிருதி ஸ்புராணானாம் ஆலயம் கருணாலயம் நமாமி பகவத்பாதம் சங்கரம் லோகசங்கரம். सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः. अद्यतनं संस्कृत वाणी कार्यक्रमार्थम् आगतवन्तः सर्वेभ्यः कृते स्वागतं व्याहरामि. अद्यतनं श्रीमती सुगन्धि श्रीधरन् सञ्चालिरूपेण अस्ति.
ஐயோ தாத்தா, அப்படியெல்லாம் எதுவுமே இல்லை. அப்படின்னா
ஷைலஜி அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டு.
ஃபர்ஸ்ட்ல இருந்தா ஒண்ணுமே கேட்கலையா?
இல்ல, நீங்க அந்த அவங்கள அறிமுகப்படுத்து.
Okay. She is a postgraduate in HR management, worked for 32 years in an MNC and retired as an HR head. She was in Kolkata for 42 years, fluent in Hindi, Bengali, English, Tamil and Samskrita. She is a life member of NHRD Kolkata chapter and ISTD, certified mindfulness coach and a happiness coach. Also a certified NLP practitioner. Presently associated with Samskara Bharati as a Tiruchi Vibaha Patrachara Pramukha. She has passed the Kovida and conducts spoken Samskrita classes. Presently, she is learning Bhagavad Gita as a Pravesha student for Samskrita Bharati. Kindly take over, ma'am.
धन्यवादः माता. सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः. अत्र कार्यक्रमार्थम् आगतवन्तः संस्कृतबान्धवेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः स्वागतं व्याहरामि. सर्वेषां स्वागतं. संस्कृतवाणी द्वारा आयोजित अद्यतन कार्यक्रम अस्माकं धर्मस्य सम्मानं दातुं सुयोग्यमस्ति. अद्य गीता जयन्ती अपि इति कारणात् अहं कृष्णाष्टकम् एकं श्लोकम् उक्त्वा कार्यक्रम आरम्भं करोमि. वसुदेवसुधं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽस्मि अहम् इति स्वयं भगवान् श्री कृष्णः उक्तवान्. Out of 12 months, Tamil months, this month Margazhi is considered to be early morning of Devas. Hence it's holy month. People focus on devotional matters and conducts less on family functions. One of the Alvar Andal also chose this month Margazhi to perform Pavai Nombu and recited Tirupavai. People solely devotes to Lord by singing bhajans and chanting, etc. अस्माकं जीवने प्रार्थना एक मुख्य अंशः अस्ति. अतः प्रार्थना गीतं गातुं नित्यश्री भगिनी आगच्छति. Nityashree Sowmianarayanan has been learning Carnatic music since the age of 3 years, and her present guru is Srimati Sumana Sriram. She has completed her junior music examination conducted by Karnataka State Secondary Education Board. She has given stage performances solo as well as in groups. She is in 11th grade, studying in Padma Seshatri Bala Bhavan. Nityashree Bhagini.
Is my video visible?
Yeah, audible. You can go ahead.
So my video is not.
Video is not coming, audio available. Audio is fine. See, from which ID you are singing? You are on mute.
Nityashree, please unmute yourself.
Mom, video varda?
Varlama.
Video valla, audio fine. You can go ahead.
Mute le pettu thirupiyum.
வெளியில போயிட்டேன் விஷாலிஜி. Find out.
Rejoining.
அன்மியூட் பண்ணிக்கோ.
இன்னைக்கு வந்து I'll be saying Kriti, composed by Shri Sridharan, the Raga Charukesi, Kripaya Palaya Shri. Kripaya Palaya Shri, Kripaya Palaya
Man, mute la peta mani. Mute. Okay, unmute பண்ணிட்டுக்கோ. கொஞ்சம் கிட்ட வச்சு பாடுமா இல்ல ஸ்பீக்கர் இருந்தனா ஹெட்போன் போட்டுக்கோ.
இப்போ கேக்குறதா?
கேக்குறது.
गुरु में कुशलम मोदा गुरु विद्या निभदंता गुरु में कुशलम मोदा गुरु विद्या निभदंता निरुपम संग जाता देवर पोत नारद मुख मोडी चरित नारद मुख मोडी करुणारस कलुष कृपया
धन्यवादः भगिनी। अति रमणीय गीतं गात्वा अद्यतन कार्यक्रम आरम्भं बहु रमणीयम् अभवत्। सुभाषितं विना संस्कृतभाषायां रमणीयता नास्ति। अतः सुभाषितं बोधनं कृत्वा इदानीं बोधितुं कृत्तिका भगिनी आगच्छति। कृत्तिका भगिनी has done BTech from Shastra University and worked as a senior research engineer at TVS Motor Company, Hosur. She was also teaching at Vagisa Vidyalaya CBSE school for a year. She is also a Samskrita Bharati Karyakarta Dakshin Tamil Nadu. Presently, she is teaching from home and also online Sanskrit classes. As an educator, she is also conducting classes for spoken English, grammar, personality development. Her hobbies are singing, bhajans, shlokas, reading books, drawing, and painting. Krithika Bhagini.
Present here. Today, I would like to say some Subhashitams through a story. In olden days, we know that Gurukula system was in practice. So there will be one Guru and some 10 to 12 disciples will be there for him. So this was our ancient traditional practice. So like that, there was a Guru and he had 2 disciples. The disciples were very respectful and they gave utmost importance to Guru's words. Guru also imparted knowledge to them as much as he can. One such example I would like to say it to you now. Jalabindu niphatena kramashah puryate ghataha sa hetuhu sarva vidyanam dharmasya cha dhanasya cha. I repeat, Jalabindu nipadena kramashah puryate ghatah sa hetuhu sarva vidyanam dharmasya cha dhanasya cha. So this is a very good Subhashitam explaining the need to learn the knowledge, to acquire knowledge, wealth and good deeds. So we as a person, always we need to do good deeds. And we have to be always working on acquiring the knowledge. So in this particular Subhashitam, how each drop when added together fills the pot, same way knowledge should be added within us in every form of life. It should be a part of life. It is not that only during the school days we just learn. We can learn throughout our lifetime. Similarly, we can do good things throughout our lifetime. And similarly, we can acquire wealth also throughout the lifetime. This is the concept of this Subhashitam. So not only acquiring wealth, not only acquiring knowledge, we should be in a position to transfer them throughout our lifetime too. So this was a very good Subhashitam told by that Guru to his disciples. And also, he told many good things and values to them. One more Subhashitam which he told was, Atmartam Jiva Lokesmin Ko Na Jivati Manavaha Param Paropakarartam Yo Jivati Sa Jivati. Atmartam Jiva Lokesmin Ko Na Jivati Manavaha Param Paropakarartam Yo Jivati Sa Jivati. So it is we all live our own lives, right? So we live for ourselves. We do all the things for ourselves. That is natural. All of us will do something for ourselves. We will live for ourselves. That is quite natural. But that is not life. A person who is living for others, who is imparting something for others, that person is considered to live his life properly. That is the meaning of this Subhashitam. The person who lives for him is not having a contented life. But a person who is living for others, his life is considered as a precious life. And he is considered to have been living his life. That is the meaning. So these two are very important Subhashitas that we all can take in our personal life. He was telling all these. After that, what happened? So whatever he could impart, he has already imparted to his disciples. And disciples, after the completion of the course, so they wanted to go back to their homes, respective homes. So they paid their humble pranams to their Guru, and they told that they wanted to leave to their homes. So Guru was also very happy that both of them paid respect, and both of them were very attentive in listening to all the things what Guru has told. So before Guru allowed them to leave to their home, he gave one seed each, one seed to one disciple. Alright, and told that please keep the seed very carefully. Please preserve it. It is a very special seed which is given to you both people. So please preserve it. Please make the use of it. Please preserve it is what Guru requested those two disciples. And disciples were very much keen. They took it very carefully with them. And then they gave their pranams and they left to their home. So after some 10 years, Guru wanted to see what his disciples are doing actually in their lives. So first he went to the first disciple's home. He saw that the disciple was very rich. He was wealthy. He was leading a very happy life. And the disciple, as soon as he saw the Guru, he welcomed politely, he welcomed to his home. He gave what all he requires, the Guru requires. He made him feel comfortable. So Guru was happily sitting in his home. So he told that, Guru told that, I'm really feeling happy that you are leading a very happy life. So finally, when the Guru was about to leave, the disciple told, Guru, please wait for a moment. I would like to show you something. So he went inside. He took a golden box and he came. Then he politely handed over it to the Guru. He told, Guru, you gave me one seed. See how safely I have kept, even after so many years, I have kept it so safely. As you can see that I have kept it inside the golden box as a treasure. I am treating this as a treasure that you have given me. So I will preserve like this even till I die. So that much I value you. This was the message given by the disciple. As soon as the Guru saw this, he was feeling upset. Though he did not say the reason why he was upset, he just smiled and he told, okay, Sukhino Bhavantu. He just wished him good life and then he came out of his home. So now Guru was really curious what the other disciple would have done with the seed what he gave him. So he just went straight to another disciple's home. So another disciple was leading a very simple life. On seeing the Guru entering his home, he was literally very happy, and out of full respect, he invited his Guru to his home. So Guru came inside and then inquired about how he was. He said, I'm having a peaceful and happy life. I'm very happy that because of you, I'm like this today. Okay, so now Guru was happy on seeing his disciple happy. But then he was very curious about the seed which he gave him. So he asked, so what about the seed that I gave you? So disciple answered now happily that you can see so many trees around my home and you can see so many people waiting for me outside. I'm distributing whatever you gave me. I have planted it and I've got many saplings out of it. Many trees are there around, and as much as possible I'm distributing them to the other poor people and the needy people. Also, I'm imparting whatever knowledge you gave me, I'm imparting that knowledge to whomsoever is asking me. So that is what I'm doing now, and I'm feeling very happy. Though I'm not rich, I'm feeling very happy. Guru was extremely happy to hear this. So this is what he actually wanted. So he wanted his disciples to spread knowledge, to give and spread their wealth that they acquired. So knowledge is the only thing. How much ever you give, that much you get back. So this, I think this will be only one thing that our gurus would have also expected from us. So knowledge is a very important thing that we can transfer it to others. In whatever situation we are, let us try to impart knowledge to whomever we can. So I'm very happy that in this particular time, I would like to give my sincere pranams to all my gurus, starting from my father and mother who had imparted me knowledge and who is just helping me now to transfer my knowledge to the other people. And last but not the least, I would like to say one important Subhashitam. Ashayaha ye dasaha te dasaha sarvalokasya. Asha yesham dasi tesham dasayate lokaha. Ashayaha ye dasaha te dasaha sarvalokasya. Asha yesham dasi tesham dasayate lokaha. So the meaning, is whoever is worried about and whoever is so much thinking about acquiring everything, they become the slaves for the entire world. Whoever is getting rid of all the desires of life, then the life becomes their slaves. So that means they will be in the upper hand. So kindly, I request all of you to just spread as much of knowledge and wealth as possible. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to me.
Dhanyavadaha Bhagini. The Subhashitam, whatever you have recited, it's absolutely very, very applicable, need of the hour. Knowledge is power. Today is the race. Knowledge is only the key thing one has to acquire. And our ongoing programs also will give us enrichment on this only. And also spreading the knowledge, which is also currently Samskrita Vani is doing. So that is absolutely apt to recite these slokas, this Subhashitam. So Dhanyavadaha Bhagini once again. Asmakam Samskritishu Athidibhyaha Abhinandam Bahu Mahatvam Asti. Swagatam Sambodhanam Bhaktum Meenakshi Mata Agachati. Srimati Meenakshi Ramachandran has done MA Economics with MA, MA Hindi with MA, BA in Indian Classical Music with BA. Recently, she is pursuing PhD in Madras University and submitted her thesis paper. She was teaching music and Sanskrit in DAV. She has participated Chant India Samskrita online competition in Sanskrit TV, Sanskrit TV, Samskar TV, and she has come into the first round level, and presently she is learning Tirupugal and Sampradaya bhajans. She has also released many albums, bhakti songs that are available in her YouTube channel. Meenakshi Mata, Swagatam.
Namaste. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, Mami.
Yes, okay. Namaste, Hari Om. Madhura Sandhya Velayam Satam Sangati Kathamapi Punyena Bhavati. Asmin Satsangati Karyakrame Sarvesha.
Mami, one nimisham. Paper unga muhatta complete
marachirukken. Sorry. Okay. Asmin Satsangati Karyakrame Sarvesham Suswagatam Karomi. Mama Aho Bhagyam. Prathame Adya Karyakramasya Sutradhari Srimati Suganthi Sridharasya Sahradena Swagatam Karomi. Sarve Karyakramaha Ishavandana Teva Prarambham Bhavati. Suswarena Adya Kumari Nityashree Ishavandana Akurvat. Aham Swagatam Karomi Nityashree. Tat Pashchat Subhashitam Vaktum Utsukta Asti Srimati Krithika Sundararaman Mata Tavapi Swagatam Karomi. I just want to add one Subhashitam here. Apurva Kopi Kosho Ayam Vidyate Tava Bharati Vayato Vriddhi Mayati Shayamayati Sanchayat. I hope this is clear. What she said, that if we spread the knowledge, it will spread. It is a treasure which spreads when we distribute this knowledge. Whereas when we store this knowledge, it is destroyed. So that is what was her theme for today's Subhashitam. Pradhyapaka Dr. Sushrutha Adya Karyakrame Bhagavad Gitaya Patha इति विषये ज्ञानं दातुम् अस्माकं मध्ये आगता अस्ति. डॉक्टर सुश्रुता, हार्दिक स्वागतम्. भगवान श्री कृष्ण भगवान श्री कृष्ण श्री कृष्ण वदति मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽयम् अतः रङ्गनाथन अष्टकं वक्तुं कुमारी तेजस्विनी अत्र प्रस्तुता अस्ति. तस्याः अपि कार्यक्रमे स्वागतं करोमि. 18 पुराणेषु नारदपुराण प्रश्नोत्तरी विषये वक्तुम् अस्माकं मध्ये अस्माकं मुख्यवक्ता एन् रामकृष्णन् महोदयः प्रस्तुतः अस्ति. रामकृष्ण महोदय, भवान् स्वागतं करोमि. धन्यवादवाचकं वक्तुम् आगच्छति कुमारी तेजस्विनी. सुस्वागतं तेजस्विनी. अधुना अयं कार्यक्रमस्य सम्पादकं श्री शिवकुमार महोदयस्य शान्तिपाठात् समापनम्. अधुना अयं कार्यक्रमस्य समापनं श्री शिवकुमार महोदयस्य शान्ति मन्त्रात् भवति. महोदय, अति सुप्रसन्नेन भवान् स्वागतं करोमि. धन्यवादः. I take immense pleasure and feel fortunate in welcoming each and every speaker of today's Samskrita Vani program. At the outset, Srimati Suganthi, our anchor, without whom the program will be haphazard, as we know without a pilot how a ship will go. From the core of my heart, I welcome Srimati Sugandha. We always seek blessings of God and goddesses before beginning any work, so that it doesn't become like Acharapakam story. I heartily welcome Kumari Nityashree, Sowmianarayanan, who really sang very melodiously her Kriti. Next in the program is Subhashitam, which contains advices about truth, lessons, and riddles also. This is Krithika Sundararaman was giving a very good explanation about 2-3 Subhashitam. Our knowledge has widened. So I sincerely thank Mrs. Krithika Sundararaman. Bhagavad Gita lessons are always factual. At this age, even the present age also, here comes Professor Dr. G. Sushrutha enlightening us, and I'm glad to welcome Mr. Sushrutha. The month of Dhanur, Marhari, is auspicious for Lord Govinda Ranganathan. Here we have Ranganatha Ashtakam recitation by Kumari Dhejaswini. Welcome, my dear Dhejaswini. Among the Puranas, Narada Purana is especially very, very, very popular, along with Narada Bhakti Sutra. Shri N. Ramakrishnan, our chief speaker, will show some light on this Narada Purana. We heartily welcome you, sir. Any program will be incomplete without all the participants' support. Whose support it will go, otherwise very, very, very haphazard. So we have to thank all the participants. Kumari R.J. Thejjaswini will thank all the participants. I welcome her also. This noble job that she is doing. Last but not least, like prayer, we do have, in the beginning we have prayer. So towards the end, also we have Shanti Pata for world peace and world welfare. Sri Sivakumar is here to recite it. I wholeheartedly welcome him. Suswagatam sarvesham सुस्वागतं सर्वेषां सुस्वागतं सर्वेषां सुस्वागतं सर्वेषाम् इदं संस्कृत वाणी कार्यक्रमे सुस्वागतं सर्वेषाम्. Thank you so much, Mrs. Shali Shankar, for giving me this opportunity, a unique opportunity after a long time. Thank you again.
धन्यवादः माता बहु विस्तीर्णतया भवती धन्यवादकथनं स्वागतकथनं कृतवती बहु धन्यवादः भगवान् वेदव्यास महर्षि महाभारते लिखितवान् गीता सुगीता कर्तव्या किमन्यै यास्वतं कथमास्नाभ्य मुखपद्मान् निवृत्तया. Our knowledge is incomplete without reading Bhagavad Gita. To enlighten us, I would invite Dr. Sushrutha. Dr. Sushrutha, Assistant Professor at Amrita University, Coimbatore. He has done PhD in Yoga and Yajna. From the age of 10, he learnt Veda, Vedanta in a traditional way, Gurukulam, for almost 12 years. He will enlighten us on the wisdom of Bhagavad Gita today. Dr. Sushrutha.
Namassarvebhyah. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina He Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavati Ashtadashaധ്യായിനീം Ambatvam Dadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim. सर्वेभ्यः पुनः स्वागतं यथा सुगन्धि महोदयया यदुक्तं गीता सुगीता कर्तव्या इति तदनुगुणम् अद्य विशेषेण गीता जयन्ती अपि अस्ति गीता जयन्ती अस्माकं परम्परायाम् एकः विशिष्टः कार्यक्रमः यस्मिन् कार्यक्रमे भगवद्गीतायाः पारायणं भवति भगवद्गीतायाः चिन्तनं भवति भगवद्गीतातः यः पाठविशेषः अस्माभिः स्वीकर्तव्यः तस्य चिन्तनं प्रायशः सर्वत्र भवति in most of the cases Bhagavad Gita Jayanti is celebrated by its chanting, gathering together, and rightly we are also doing the same thing. So we are completing the program with some thoughts over what we can get out of Bhagavad Gita. And today, this is Margashira Ekadashi is known to be Gita Jayanti because this is the very day the conversation between Krishna and Arjuna happened. Rightly, there are many Krishnas over here, there are many Arjunas. We all play different roles in different contexts. And so these lessons are beyond time limit. And there are many cases where most exemplary scholars have been claiming that Bhagavad Gita is the book that whenever you open and look at some shlokas and get to know the meanings of the shlokas, you will come out of the issue that in that context that you are facing. Therefore, it is not, it has been commented, Bhagavad Gita has been commented as the book of violence because Krishna says to Arjuna, you go and kill. But without understanding the very context of Gita, when it is originating, then we would obviously and by nature, by default, we tend to misinterpret the whole intention of Bhagavad Gita itself. So never ever someone claiming Bhagavad Gita is the book of violence, we should be little careful. What is the intention behind claiming and having this very statement, book of violence? So for us, it is Shastra, For us, it is a Smriti. In Vedanta text, there are 3 levels of studies: Shruti Prasthana, Smriti Prasthana, and Nyaya Prasthana. So Gita is offered as Smriti Prasthana, where it is neither Shruti or Nyaya, it is in between. In many cases, people say this is not a Vedanta text because in Vedanta there are few critical content that are discussed in general. For example, Avasthatraya Viveka and Panchakosha system, and few other topics are very, very common, where you find these topics in Upanishads and in Brahma Sutra as well. But these are not available exclusively as part of Bhagavad Gita. So some people claim this is not part of Vedanta, but we can all put those theories and debates and discussions. For different reasons, people do bring these topics surface to bring about self-contradictory statements, something like that. So we all have to be little careful while someone is interpreting Gita as a text of violence. There is some contradiction. This is not relevant to the present context. So being part of our culture, we have to be having little viveka. So in that context, we were delving in the 4th chapter, where Krishna says in the beginning that karma is very, very critical and we all have to follow it in one or the other way because it is unavoidable. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtati akarmakrit. There is no one, not an individual is existing without doing any karma. So it is the choice that we make which karma we will be doing. And then he says the best karma that you can do is in the form of yajna, which means something that you offer. There is one shloka, Jivane yavadadanam syat pradhanam tatodhikam ityesha prarthana smakam bhagavan paripuryatam. There is only one prayer that we have before the Bhagavan. Jivane yavat adanam. Adanam is the income. So yavat adanam, as much as income that we have, jivane, in the life, syat pradhanam tataha adhikam. Tataha adhikam. Let giving be more than what we earn. So practically speaking, this is impossible, right? As much as you earn, you can give that much only, at least, less. Less is agreeable. Equal is okay to some extent. But how can I give more than what I earn? And iti esha prarthana asmakam bhagavan paripuryatam. Hey Bhagavan, let you fulfill our wishes and prayers that let us give more than what we earn. So this seems to be impractical in the context. Then they say that what we can add, what you can give, an addition to what you can give is giving extra than what you earn. Okay, you earn 10 rupees, you give 10 rupees along with some value, along with some love, along with some compassion, along with some respect. There is a series of statements in Taittiriya Upanishad. It says, Shriyadeyam, Bhiyadeyam, Samvedadeyam, with all the respect that you can add to something what you give, it adds value. So value addition is what you can give more than what you earn. So with this small note on how important to give something to someone is how yajna is brought into the context. So what kind of karma that you can choose in your life is only you give, and give. So the Shastra says, Bhagavad Gita itself, yajnaha, tapaha and dhanam. These yajnaha, tapaha and dhanam are the 3 things, kalyanam. These are the most auspicious activity that you can practice in the life. So these are the notes that are brought in the 4th chapter, and he continues how yajna are various types. So he says, Dravya yajna, Tapo yajna, Yoga yajna, Tatapare, Swadhyaya Jnana Yajnascha Yatayaha Samshitavrataha. All the sadhus and sannyasis, not just sadhus and sannyasis, even the grihastha dharma will be fulfilled only by performing yajna. And today we have many expressions such as Nitya Agnihotri. Nitya Agnihotri, very famous name Agnihotri comes along with Vivek Agnihotri. Okay, so that Vivek Agnihotri is a term is attached to a person who performs Agnihotra every day. So those are called Nitya Agnihotris. So Grihastha dharma has this Agnihotra as an inevitable component, that yajna, how important in their life is the actual performance of yajna. So there are various types. Dravya yajna, while offering the materials into physical materials into Agni. So in that context, very next shloka comes as Brahmarpanam Brahma Havihi Brahmagno Brahmana Hutam Brahma Eva Tena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. Generally, this shloka is uttered in the beginning of eating, right? It has become Bhojana Mantra in many cases. But the right spirit of uttering this shloka is Brahma Arpanam. Arpanam is offering. Brahma Arpanam, Brahma Havihi. That the very activity, the very process, the very function of offering, that is called Arpanam. Arpanam is the process. Brahma Arpanam. That itself is Brahma. And Brahma Havihi. That which is being offered into the Agni, that is called Agni. That whatever ghee and samidhas and the holy sticks that are brought in for offering into Agni, that is called Havihi. So Brahma Havihi, Brahma Agno, where that Havis is being offered, that Brahma is also Brahma. So the process is Brahma, and then the Havis is Brahma. The Agni where it is being offered is also Brahma. Brahmarpanam Brahma Havihi, Brahmagno Brahmana Hutam. The one who is performing is also Brahma. Brahma eva tena gantavyam. The gantavya sthana, or the destination of every living entity, is also for us in our shastras and parampara. We say everyone reaches mukti either today or tomorrow, only by choices of action, choices of the karma that you follow. So the gantavya sthana, ultimate destination, is also Brahma. Brahma eva tena gantavyam Brahma karma samadhina. That samadhi, the very act that one performs, is also Brahma. So whenever you are performing any action, you need to bring in this very attitude called yajna, and this very shloka has to be remembered in that very context. So how other yajnas happen? So the shlokas are as following. One or two shlokas I will mention, and then we will end. Shrotradin vishayan yanye संयमाग्निषु जुह्वति शब्दादीन विषयान्यन्ये इंद्रियाग्निषु जुह्वति. Then सर्वाणि इंद्रिय कर्माणि प्राण कर्माणि चापरे आत्म संयम योगाग्नो जुह्वति ज्ञानदीपिते. द्रव्ययज्ञाः तपोयज्ञाः योगयज्ञाः तथा परे स्वाध्याय ज्ञानयज्ञाश्च यतयः संशितव्रताः. Because this very yajna can purify the entire thing. And interestingly, my research topic was also on the same, how performance of yajna can purify the whole environment. When you offer things into the fire, along with mantra, then only it is more effective. Simply, in many cases, they perform without recitation of the mantra. But there are many factors that couples the effect of any performance. See, bhajan. Okay, bhajan is a performance. You are singing. Unless it is added with bhakti, then bhajan is a mechanical work. There is no value added. So, puja also, while you are doing puja, if you are remembering about the office work, examination, for for students, it generally comes, okay, they are all studying. While studying, they are thinking about the examination, whether I will get the marks. That means what you are doing while doing something, you have to be completely involved in the action, which is called karma yoga otherwise. And here, yajna, when it is offered with the right attitude, with the mantra, along with ghee, then it becomes pure yajna performance. So, dravya yajna, tapo yajna, people who are doing tapas, they are also doing yoga yajna. And swadhyaya jnana yajnascha, who are investing all their intellect, resources, and money, and whatever time they have with them as resources, they are investing into acquiring knowledge. So that is also jnana yajna. And Krishna went on explaining what are the different types of yajna and how we should convert every function into yajna. He says, Sarvani Indriya Karmani, Indriya Karma, all the activities of the senses. We have two types of Indriyas, Jnanendriya and Karmendriya. Whenever you perform a karma from these Jnanendriyas, Jnanendriya Karma is when you watch something through your eyes, that is Chakshurindriya Karma. When you listen to some music or some satsanga, Meenakshi Amma was explaining, how committedly she was narrating. She was doing her duty, but the commitment what matters. So, with that, all this karma or the performance of yajna only. So, mentioning all the types of yajna, he concludes how jnana is very, very important when you compare, when you place everything in hierarchical order. Jnana becomes very first and it supersede everything. So that is the comment in the 4th chapter. We will be looking into that section of jnana, and little tools to acquire that knowledge will also be part of the next share of knowledge with all of you. So with this, I offer my gratitude to all the organizers, and this is a great platform, always igniting the fire of whoever is involved in feeling proud about our culture. So, धन्यवादः सर्वेभ्यः. गीता जयन्ती शुभाशयाः सर्वेभ्यः. नमांसि.
धन्यवादः महोदय. गीता जयन्ती शुभाशयाः भवतः अपि. You have not only, Doctor, given us, enlightened us the in-depth knowledge of yajna, which is rarely we hear, but also how to protect. Someone says about Gita misinterpretations that we need to be aware of. That awareness has come from your session. So I'm really grateful to you. Dhanyavadaha Mahoday. Punaha dhanyavadaha. Vayam sarve janimaha shvaha vaikunta ekadashi. Tata ataha Sriranga mandire dasha dinat utsavaha chalanasti. Adyatina Ranganatha stuti vaktum uttama dinam asti. Ataha vayam sarve swagatam karomi Ranganatha Ashtakam vaktum Dhejaswini. Dhejaswini. Correct pronunciation, I think. She is studying in Dhejaswini. She is studying in class 11 from SVV Chitlapakar. She is very fluent in Sanskrit and a gold medalist in Bhagavad Gita. Subhashayaha Bhagini. Shloka chanting conducted by Chinmaya Mission. She plays Veena and also knows a lot of slokas, Ashtakams, and Vishnu Sahasranamam by heart. Bhagini Ranganatha Ashtakam.
Namaste. Ranganatha Ashtakam. आनन्दरूपे निजबोधरूपे ब्रह्मस्वरूपे श्रुतिमूर्तिरूपे शशाङ्करूपे रमणीयरूपे श्रीरङ्गरूपे रमतान्मनो मे कावेरीतीरे करुणाविलोले मन्दारमूले धृतचारुकेले दैत्यान्तकाले खिललोकलीले श्रीरङ्गलीले रमतान्मनो मे लक्ष्मीनिवासे जगतं निवासे हृत्पद्मवासे रविबिम्बवासे कृपानिवासे गुणबृन्दवासे श्रीरङ्गवासे रमतान्मनो मे ब्रह्मादिवन्द्ये जगतेकवन्द्ये मुकुन्दवन्द्ये सुरनाथवन्द्ये व्यासादिवन्द्ये सनकादिवन्द्ये श्रीरङ्गवन्द्ये रमतान्मनो मे ब्रह्मातिराजे गरुडातिराजे वैकुण्ठराजे सुरराजराजे त्रैलोक्यराजे किल लोकराजे श्रीरङ्गराजे रमतान्मनो मे अमोघमुद्रे परिपूर्णनिद्रे श्रीयोगनिद्रे शशमुद्रनिद्रे श्रुतकैकभद्रे जगदेकनिद्रे श्रीरङ्गभद्रे रमतान्मनो मे सच्छ्रुत्यशायी भुजङ्गदेगशायी नन्दाङ्कशायी कमलाङ्कशायी शिराब्धिशायी वटपत्रशायी श्रीरङ्गशायी रमतान्मनो मे इदं हिरङ्गं त्यजतामिहाङ्गम् पुनर्न चङ्गं यदि चङ्गमेति पणौरताङ्गं चरणेऽम्बुगाङ्गं याने विहाङ्गं शयने भुजङ्गं रङ्गनाथाष्टकं पुण्यं प्रत्ययुत्थाय पठेत् सर्वकामान् विनाप्नोति रङ्गस्यायुज्मवाप्नुयात् इति श्रीरङ्गनाथाष्टकसम्पूर्णम्।
धन्यवाद भगिनी, अति रमणीय अभवत्। यदा वयं नारद नाम शृणुमः सर्वे अस्मान् मनसि नारायण नारायण इति आगच्छति किल। नारायण भक्त एव, अतः सर्वदा नारायण नारायण जपति। अस्मान् प्रख्यात वक्ता रामकृष्ण महोदय अस्मान् नारद पुराणं बोधयितुम् आगच्छति। Ramakrishna Mahoday has done graduate in economics and as well as diploma holder in electrical engineer. Served in Indian Air Force, actively participated in 3 wars, 1962, 1965, 1971, and won many bravery awards. Retired as accounts officer from defense accounts. A state athletic from 1953 to 1957. A Sanskrit scholar, disciple of late Dhejaswini Omkarananda Swami, a student of Atma Vidya. Even at 85, his thirst for learning did not stop. He is learning advanced Gita course from ISKCON as volunteer. He is also an astrologer and a yoga practitioner. I am very delighted to welcome Ramakrishnan Ho. Mute, unmute.
I am very thankful and I am proud to be here with you all, learned scholars, whereas I am only an amateur artist. Now I started learning only at this last leg of life, say the 4th asrama. Anyway, it is never too late. I thank Visali Krishnan for having given me an opportunity to be a part of this satsang. Now, I shall say few words, maybe a long paragraph or long information. about Narada Puranam. Jayati Jagati Mayam Yasya Kayadavaste Vachana Rachana Mekam Kevalam Chakalaya Drupadimapi Yato Yat Krupayo Dhruvoyam Sakala Kusala Patram Brahmaputram Natosmi. Namaste. In today's discourse, the subject is Narada Bhakti Sutram. I feel it is important to understand background of Narada, without which we will not be able to appreciate this Bhakti Sutram. Bhakti means intense emotional attachment and love of a devotee to the God. It may be Kuladevata or Ishta Devata. Whoever may be the Devata, it should be an unflinching Bhakti with a total faith. Bhakti refers to faith, love, devotion, attachment, and worship of the purity. Sutram. Sutram means a thread with which a garland is made of flowers, or a message conveyed through short sentence or a phrase. The main idea is using minimum rich words describing the plot in nutshell. The message is conveyed. That is Sutram. The message may be in simple words, a formula, or short sentence, or short phrases. Say, one example is, child is the father of the man, is a phrase by William Wordsworth. And according to the Veda, Tat Tvam Asi. So in this, everything is there. So this is how a phrase or a sutram should be precise to convey the message. With a view to understand Narada's background, we have to understand the other personalities, because he is meant to impart bhakti to the entire universe without any exception. So he is highly qualified, very well qualified. He has to acquire a lot of knowledge. So the personalities with whom he is connected is also to be understood. Among the trinities, duty of the creation is given to Brahma. Brahma, with his mind power, he has got 14 sons. Marichi, Atri, Angiras, Pulastya, Pulaha, Vasishta, Jambavan, Daksha, Bhrigu, Narada, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, and Sanat Kumara. Satrupa was wife of Manu. She had 3 daughters, namely Akuti, Devahuti, and Prasuti. We also know that Shiva married Daksha Prajapati's daughter Sati. And we are very clear that she was not allowed to participate in the yajna conducted by Prajapati, his father, the Manu. So he disregarded Shiva because Shiva was not beautiful. He lives in the graveyard, applying that vibhuti and using that garland of all this color. So it was against his wishes that Sati loved Shiva and therefore she was to marry. So that yajna was performed without invitation. So Sati telling that it is my father, even though there is no invitation, I shall go and attend. So she went there, but she was dishonored. She was not given, her husband was not invited, and there was no mention about the Havis Bhaga for Shiva. Therefore, what happened was she jumped into the fire, ritual fire. And upon coming to know about this incident of her death, Shiva got annoyed. Then his sevak was sent, Bhairava. Bhairava is Lord of Terror. So what he did is, he has destroyed the entire Homagni. So if the Homagni and all the articles are destroyed, the purpose of his Homa will not be fulfilled. Then Shiva got annoyed and he came and he chopped off the head of Prajapati, because That is because out of ego, he was only an instrument. He was created by Brahma. Brahma was created by Shiva. So therefore, he did not obey anybody. He had the highest ego. Therefore, to teach him a proper lesson, Shiva has chopped off his head. Then to teach, what the goat, and Prasuti, his wife, a beloved wife, a devoted wife of Shiva, she prayed to him to give him the life back. Shiva agreed to give him a life with a goat's head. Goat always bleats, ma, ma. So that means my, I. So that I should go off now. Now he went to Kasi and where he sat on penance for a long time. Brahma created the universe. Why all these things I am telling is because Narada is connected with all this there. So Brahma, Narada is a Manasika Putra of Brahma. Brahma has created the cosmic universe and he find it very, very difficult. There should be some order. If at all you are making any plan, a project, you must have some fundamentals, how to run it, how to organize. So he was having a lot of doubt because thousands of lakhs and lakhs of precies, lakhs and lakhs of universes, how to organize, he was not very thorough, even though the Vedas are under his control. Therefore, he has created Saraswati through his mouth. Some people say she has been created from the forehead. In any case, if she is born through mouth, then she becomes Vagdevi. Then if she is through forehead, then she is a Vishnu. So she gave him all the order and rules and principles with which the universe could be run smoothly, and everyone was very happy. It so happened, Brahma wanted to marry Saraswati because of her beauty and extraordinary intelligence and wisdom. But Saraswati, though she felt that Brahma is her father, so I don't want to marry my father. So she tried to run away. Brahma had 4 heads. And the 5th head, in order to search her in which direction she has been hiding, he grew another head on top of all those 4. So he has located Saraswati and brought her back. There was no other way she was to live with him. Now, then it started that out of lust for her beauty, Brahma also, like a human being, he started living with her as wife. So when he concentrates on Kama, the lust, the universe goes desiring. Therefore, everyone was suffering, they were suffering. So seeing this, God has sent his Bhairava, who chopped off his 5th head. When his 5th head was chopped off, removed, pinched and taken away, then he came back to his senses and understood that he has committed a grave sin. To get purified from the sin, he was again to perform a yajna, and circumstantially, Saraswati was to marry him. With all that, it is to be understood that Saraswati did not lead a happy life with Brahma. This is their marital life. And about Vedas, Vedas are the source of wisdom and order of human beings. Rules and rituals must be followed properly. So Brahma is the custodian. He taught Vedas to Manu. With that guidance, Manu ruled the world for a very long time. It may be stated there were so many Manus, not one. There were 14 Manus. The first Manu was Swayambhuva Manu. Gradually, he received Narada. Narada was a Gandharva in his previous birth. And he was, Gandharva means one who sings in the cosmic. And he was taught music by Goddess Saraswati. He was a very beautiful and melodious musician. So he was praising the demigods instead of the Paramatma. Therefore, he was cursed to be born as son of a maid servant. And in that birth, what happened was, he was born in a priest family. So in that priest family, he learned a lot of Veda Shastras in the Veda Pathasala. In the Veda Pathasala, we all know that in the Chatur Masya Vradam, all the sages and munis, they come and attend there, and they chant Vedas, and they perform homas, and they exchange the stories of Bhagavata Purana. So all these things Narada was following, and he has almost by-hearted everything. Then what happened? Narada was to acquire knowledge. So after his mother's death, he went in search of a good place, a tranquil place, where he can sit on meditation. He meditated upon Vishnu, and Vishnu gave him darshan. At the time, what he said, he was selected because already he is a Brahmaputra. He has learned a lot of Vedas. He has learned Vedas and other Vedantas and Puranas, Bhagavata Puranas through the Munis. Therefore, God has selected him to be his messenger. So, when he sat on meditation for a long time with true devotion, Bhagavan Sri Narayana gave him darshan. And at that time he told, don't think that I have given you a darshan. You will forget my beauty and my devotion, my attraction, the moment I disappear. So your duty is to remember my beauty, remember my preachings, and you are the messenger to spread the entire messages, Vedas, Bhakti to everyone in this universe. So that was the reason how Narada was made a messenger. And moreover, every Devata, whenever there is the Veda is there, the principles are there. Devatas are always afraid of their position, especially Indra. Whenever demons come and try to capture his throne, what he does, he tries with all his army, Agni, Vayu, all those things. And he himself with Vajrayuda, he fights the demon. Sometimes he succeeds, sometimes he is unable to succeed. In those times, he has nothing else to approach Narada. Narada, on behalf of Devatas, he approaches the Trinities. One of them gives a salvation. If nobody can do it, then Narayana is always there. So, in this way, Narada was very efficient. He was selected as a Deva Rishi. Even then, God has, he wanted to acquire more and more knowledge. For that purpose, Narayana, Bhagavan Mahavishnu, once he approached and he said, Bhagavan, when I came, Mahalakshmi was there. As soon as she saw me, she went inside. Why should she do so? I am not a lawyer man. I am a man with the principles and high values. But why should she disappear at all? Then Bhagavan said, no, Narada, nobody is exempted from the clutches of Maya. Everyone will be embraced by Maya. Then he said, no, I am not that person. I am very popular. I am very capable. I have conquered Maya. Then he said, okay, if that is the true, I want to understand what is Maya. So what Mahavishnu did, okay, as you decide, I will take you. Then on Garuda Vahana, they traveled all over the world, and finally they arrived in a real lake. Then Mahavishnu said, okay, Narada, you go and take a dip in this holy tirtha. When he took a holy tirtha, keeping his veena, tambura at the feet of the Bhagavan, when he dipped and came, rose up, he found he was himself to be a female Narada. So he turned a female. Because why all these things are happening, it is a great part of the Bhagavan. One is Maya, nobody can. At the same time, Narada, he should get every knowledge because he is the messenger, he is the guider, he is everything for the entire universe. So he has to acquire knowledge. For that purpose, the plot was like that. Then Mahavishnu left. He was sitting alone thinking who I am, why I am here and what not. He is unable to understand the reason. Finally, one king came and he asked, oh woman, beautiful woman, why are you sitting here? Who is your father? What is your purpose? Why there is no God? Then she said, I do not know what is my name. I do not know where from I have come. Then he said, okay, you come with me. I am a king. I will marry you. Narada, female Narada agreed, and the marriage was taken place. They lived for a very long time, and Narada had a son. And after some 12, 15 years, he had 12 more sons. So all of them were married. So all the in-laws were there. Narada was enjoying the life of human being. So all the Matupun, that is daughter-in-laws, are doing the chorus of household chorus, everything. So he was very happy to see them all doing some one thing or the other. Then what happened? One day, a war broke out. It is always there. The neighbor king always never keeps silent. When someone goes, he wants to snatch his kingdom. So he encroached his kingdom, and there was no other way except to engage in a war in which Narada's all sons, grandson, everybody died. Now Narada was in the battlefield. He was crying like anything. And her husband, the king, also was side by side. He was trying to console her. Unconsolably, she was weeping, and Mahavishnu, seeing her weeping helplessly, he came in the form of a Brahmin and said, woman, don't cry. This is natural. Everybody born on the earth has to die one day or other. Now, instead of crying, you do one thing. For the peace of their souls, you go and take a dip in the water. You perform punyam. You perform homa, and you wash off all your worries. Then he took everyone went on a pilgrimage. They have spotted a beautiful lake where Narada, she Narada took a bath. When she got up, she was a man again. And to her, his surprise, Narada got back all his memories. As soon as he got back all his memories, then he remembered, oh, this is the Maya. So there is no one exempted from the touch of Maya. Every has to undergo this Maya and the mysteries. Then another story of Narada. Narada had a sister, and he had a daughter. She had a son. His name was Parvata Muni. Both were of more or less the same age. Both were good scholars. They have decided to go on earth. Their only duty is to traverse the universe to find out real bhaktas and to help them in improving their spiritual progress. That is the purpose of Narada. And Munis always do like that. So the Paramudeva Muni also, his sister's son, joined him. They went to all over the place and found a good place on earth. And they were visiting, and in a garden, a beautiful girl was collecting flowers. So at that time, Narada used to always sing, So that melodious song attracted that girl, beautiful girl, and she spotted them and requested them to come along with her to her place. And there she introduced, he is my father, he is a king. And those days, king, they are good patronage. So they will support all the learned people, not like present days. So he told, okay, I am detailing you, you have to take care of these two. Then before that, what happened? When they came on a mission to earth to have experience, there was a understanding between them. That is, whatever knowledge, physical or mental you gain, that must be exchanged on the same date without any fight. Now what happened? Now seeing Narada's beautiful face and noble qualities and excellent melodious music, that girl Damayanti, her name was Damayanti, but this Damayanti is not Nala Damayanti. So she was attracted and she started loving him. Narada also responded. Then Parvata Muni asked that Damayanti, you were treating both of us equally impartially. Now I find a change in you. Why are you partial? She said, this is the thing, I am attracted, I am loving him. Then he called Narada and asked. Narada also agreed, yes, I am also loving her. Then he got terribly annoyed and he said, you have broken our promise, you are understanding, I am cursing you, you have the face of a monkey, and he ran away, disappeared. However, Damayanti was a noble woman of good qualities of her art. Then she understood, okay, I am not worried about the physical features. Narada is a good soul, he has got all the qualities. They were living happily, even though Narada had a. Then after a few years, Parvati Muni understood that he should not have cursed being a Muni. Muni should not actually accept Durvasa who curses. It is for a plot, for a purpose only. That ends well. So he came back and he withdrew his curse. So Narada, he became as usual, original Narada. Then Narada Muni is the greatest. I have to describe something about the Narada Muni. Narada Muni was the greatest of all the devotees of Vishnu and had full access to the all three lokas. He can go anywhere instantly. So Narada is also called Kalahapriya. You know, he relishes conflicts, but all his conflicts ends with a good result, both for both the parties. Finally, everybody get wisdom and they also get moksha. Then Narada guided Dhruva to succeed in his tapas. So whenever the tapas is done by any sincere devotee, it is Devatas always suspect, especially Indra, that is he trying to capture my this one? If Brahma or any other god, one of the three gives him, then I lose my post. So he tried to obstruct his tapas. But Narada ensured that such things is not happening. Therefore, he has spiritualized. In the spiritual enhancement of Dhruva, Narada has helped him a lot. Then he took care of Leelavati. She is also known as Kayato, Hiranyakasipu's wife. Hiranyakasipu wanted unlimited powers on earth because he was telling that he himself is the God and there is no Narayana or anybody. He is the God and everyone should chant Hiranyakasipu Namaha, Hiranyakasubhaya Namaha. That was his idea. And he wanted to become immortal and acquire more and more powers. Therefore, he went for penance. At the time, what happened? Somebody has to carry his pregnant wife, Leelavati. So Narada took care of her. He started telling all the Srimad Bhagavatam and about Narayana. So the poetess, the Sisu in Kayato's pregnancy was also listening. And thus Narada helped Leelavati alias Kayato also. But Hiranyakasipu, though he died ultimately, he attained moksha because he died at the hands of Mahavishnu, the god. So when anybody dies with the hands of Mahavishnu or the great supreme Paramapurusha, they like Ravana. But this Hiranyakasipu with another Hiranyakshan, his elder brother, they both were Jaya Vijaya in Vaikuntha, Dwarapalakas. So at that time, what happened? That Sanat Kumaras wanted to have a darshan of Mahavishnu. When they entered, he refused. Or these Dwarapalakas, Jaya Vijaya, refused entry. They were all small boys, brahmacharis, but very well, highly talented. They had the full knowledge of Vedas. Their purpose was only to have a darshan. Without understanding the purity of their purpose, he refused entry. Therefore, the Sanat Kumara cursed them. You have to take 3 births. Ravana and Kumbhakarna, Kamsa and Sisupala, Hiranyakasipu and Hiranyaksha. And finally, you will die at the hands of Mahavishnu and you will attain moksha. Like that, Prahalada also, the Narada has helped him. Using Prahalada as a tool, Narada helped his father Hiranyakasipu to meet his death. Finally, what happened was Narsimha Avatara, and Narsimha Avatara was for the purpose of spreading bhakti and inculcating the fear in the universe that no one should discard dharma and everyone has to abide by dharma. Then Narada was instrumental in Valmiki taking up the Ramayana. Actually, Valmiki was not knowing Sita or Rama earlier, though they were in exile. But as I told you earlier, duty of Narada, he is a messenger of the God. he finds the capable people, whoever is having the real spirit, real interest to progress in the spirituality, he selects them, he imparts them the knowledge. So he told Valmiki, why don't you write Ramayana? You please write Ramayana. Then followed by Narada, Brahma also visited and blessed Valmiki. So thus Narada has been instrumental in Ramayana coming into as a script for all of us. Then Vedavyasa, after having written so many scriptures and 18 Puranas, he was not happy. He was restless. He never enjoyed peace. The reasons were not known. So at the time, what Narada met him and he advised, Vyasa, you do one thing. You have done so many things. Now it is Bhagavad Gita is spoken by God, whereas Bhagavatam is spoken by all the devotees. The pastime, the abodes, the deeds and whatnots are done in all the avatars. That is for the purpose of inculcating bhakti and devotion. So Narada has asked Vyasa to write Bhagavata Purana, and after writing Bhagavata Purana, Vyasa got back his peace of mind. And Narada appeared in front of Tyagaraja, the great musician, and blessed him. Thereupon what happened was he became still enlightened and a very good musician. And finally he had the darshan of Rama. So he has elevated Tyagaraja also. Then he was also instrumental in bringing to light the Pavitravati state of Sati Anusuya. So, it is very difficult for anyone, especially the ladies living in a forest among the demons, to safeguard her Pavitravatam. So, they were all, why not to make her create some lust so that she loses her Pavitravata state. So, it was decided to test. So, at the time, you know, a lady, a married lady, except in front of her husband, she will not become naked. But in this plot, what happened? All the trinities, actually the plot was Sati Anusuya once asked for a boon that all the trinities should be born to her as children. And the purpose of the plot was that. Now they also came one by one in the form of Chandra and whatnot. They tried to molest her, but she sprinkled holy water. She has miraculous power. She was a very highly learned, following Vedas scrupulously, except her husband. She never used to see anybody. She was carrying him more than God. Therefore, she has acquired miraculous power, and by sprinkling water on the trinities who tried to molest her, they all turned into babies. So then she gave breast milk, and this is how a story of Anusaya goes. Then, another story also, the incidents of Narada, where that Atmalinga was carried by Ravana to Lanka. On the way that he has made a plot, and accordingly he could not carry. Then another time, what happened? I told you two stories. Now this is another story telling that Mahatmyam, the greatness of the Mahants, will the darshan of Mahatma will purify anyone? So to prove that, this story is there. So one day, as usual, Narada was traveling all over, and on earth he heard a satsang. In the satsang, they were discussing that Mahan's darshan will remove the sins of others. They will become purified. So he had a doubt. So he rushed up to Vaikuntha and asked Mahavishnu, I want to know, is it true that darshan of a Mahatma is so great? He said, yes. Okay, how to know it? So he said, okay, you go to the earth, in a particular place, in a particular tree, there is an ant living. You go and ask that ant, it will give you the reply. So he went there to that particular tree, and from the trunk he picked up the ant. And as soon as it came to his farm, it died. So he rushed to Vaikunta and asked Mahavishnu, what is this? You sent me for something unnecessarily. I have been the root cause for the death of an ant creature. This is really a sin. I do not know how can I get out of this sin. He said, okay, this time you do one thing. You go to Manasarovar lake. There will be a swan, and that swan will answer your question. So unwillingly, grudgingly, he went there. And to his luck, the swan was swimming at the other end of the lake, a big lake. So he went on. Like Hanuman, he also sits on meditation without wasting the time. Narayana, Narayana, Narayana Nama. Then after some time, what happened? He found some weight on his lap. Then he opened his eyes. He found that swan was dead. So he was shocked. Then he took that swan and again ran to Vaikunta and asked, I asked you a question. Mahan Sudarshan will be great, but at my hands, one ant and one swan has died. Why don't you actually enlighten me? He said, it's okay. Now you go to a king's place. There a newly born baby is there. He will clarify your doubt. So as soon as he was not willing, he said, already I killed two. No, I don't know. He said, no, nothing to worry. This time you will get the answer definitely. So as soon as he visited that king's palace and saw the baby was clapping and happy. Welcome Naradha, welcome Naradha. Then he asked, what is this? Why you are? Then he said, I am the same ant. By your darshan, I became a higher species, swan. Then again, I died, and now I have become the highest order of this species. So from there, Mahalakshmi asked why Narada did not return to Vaikunta this time. Then Mahavishnu said, no, now Narada got his answer. He will not come again now. Now, there are some dry sutras. There is, anything whichever is sweet is going to harm our health. Anything sweet is going to spoil our mind. And this is a dry subject. Athat Sutram, one of Narada Bhakti Sutram. There are 84 Sutram. I will take a few. Atato Bhaktim Vyakya Syamaha. I shall now therefore explain Bhakti. Bhakti means the relation between Jivatma and Paramatma, mainly the love, affection, and attachment with the God. Endlessly, everyone should endeavor to pray the Almighty, because there is no other escape. The samsara, or the repeated chain of births and deaths, is of no use. You may possess any amount of bangla, any amount of car, you may get good children, but the suffering is endless. You will have to suffer for the purpose of enjoying those materialistic life. So therefore, endlessly we should love God, since there is no other source who can help us overcome or escape from the repeated births and deaths. Bhakti, the root word in Sanskrit is Bhaj. Bhaja Govindam. Bhaj means to sing. Bhaj means to chant, praise the Lord. Bhajan, Prema Bhava, union with the Lord. We should love the God. Our attachment with the God should be like a mother and a child. No child is afraid of his or her mother. So like her, we must love the Lord. And we also know God is intrinsic in every object in this world, not without any exception, whether stone or water or air or human being or animal. Everywhere, God is a part thereof. The problem is we do not understand Him. We have sins. We have many things that does not allow us. We are immersed in the material life, so we do not concentrate. So unless you purify yourself, you will not be able to see the God. So for that purpose, Prabhupada says that the transcendentalist is always joyful and free of material contamination. A self-realized person also sees all living entities equally. It may be a dog, it may be an anaconda, whatever it may be, the self-realized person, those who are in the highest form of bhakti, they don't give any importance for the external features, that is the bodily features. They only see the Atman inside, the soul inside. So that is should be the way of our bhakti. We have to should not hate anyone. You should not find fault with anyone. And the Gita, Bhagavad Gita 1855 says, Bhaktyamapi janate yavan yaschami tattvataha tato mam tattvato jnatva visate tadanantaram bhaktyamabi janati bhaktyamabi janati yavaschasmi tattvataha tato mam tattvato jnatva visate tadanantaram. One who can, Bhagavan says, one who can understand me as I am, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by devotional service, when one is in full consciousness. The devotional service should not be done at the random without any knowledge. It will be with full consciousness. That whole body should remember, yes, God is intrinsic. You have to pray Him, you have to love Him. Every cell in the body has to recognize the Lord. He can enter into my kingdom. That is why Bhagavan in the battlefield taught this Bhakti Yoga to Arjuna. Then Sutra told, Satvam Asmin Parama Prema Rupa. Bhakti is the highest spiritual love and devotional service to the Supreme Lord. Of all types of love, Bhakti is pure loving devotion towards the personal manifestation of the Supreme. Veda provides ways and means, and it lays down the guidelines. Suppose you want to have you have some requirement. We go to the temple, we pray. If I get this, I will do that. If I don't, like that, we make prayers. For all these things, that demigods are there. That is Agni, Vayu, Indra, all those. So Varna. So if you want rain, you pray Varna. So accordingly, every devata has their own particles, that darba, that havis, everything. So when bhakta is sincerely performing the yajna, his wishes are fulfilled. So that these demigods, they have the power to give whatever within their powers. So this is all purely materialistic. Nothing is spiritual. So this is temporary. What is the use if, suppose, I say, I am not having any children, I want a children. The children is not going to, any child is not going to live for a longer time. So, because whoever is born is going to die. So nothing is permanent. Same way, whatever you see, whatever you can touch, whatever is obtained has to be given out. So it is of no use, the materialistic. This Veda provides all these things. At the same time, Veda also guides us according to the rule to carry out the spiritual process. If we are perfectly following those things in the spiritual manner, then we can have a darshan of God. Then the bhakti is of two types. There are one more type of bhakti. The main is two. One is parabhakti, another one is aparabhakti. Parabhakti is superior, aparabhakti is inferior. Because aparabhakti is for self only. But parabhakti is showing the love and devotion to the God. Any bhakti expressed, the devotional service done to the God only will get you the moksha and relieve you from the repeated chains of births and deaths. So parabhakti and aparabhakti.
Mahoday, sorry to interrupt. We are running out of time.
Okay. Okay. I am very thankful for Srimati Visali Krishnan for having invited me to speak in front of all the learned scholars. I am only an amateur, I am not a professional. Anyway, you have given me an opportunity, and I shall assure that I will come out with more matter and shine in a better way as may be expected by you. Thank you all.
Dhanyavadaha Mahoday. You have totally changed the perspective of Narada, what I was holding. I always used to think Narada
Kalahapriya.
Kalahapriya. Sindamuniyardu in Tamil Vadamahakila. Adida. So you have totally changed the perspective, and I'm really personally thankful to Vaishali ji,
Yes.
Samskrita Vani, and Bhavan Api. So you have ignited. See, Narada Puranam is very less spoken about. We have hardly heard about Narada Puranam in detail. You have not only talked about Narada and his various phases, how he faced, also touched upon the sutras, which ignited me to read Narada Purana, which is the ultimate goal of Vaishali, probably Samskrita Vani. So thank you very much. My personal gratitude to both of them. And Krithagnata, I express my gratitude. So Krithagnata is Krithagnata vina koi bhi karyakram purnata na bhavati, sampurnam na bhavet. Atah aham dhanyavadana katanam vaktum Thejjaswini Bhagini Ahviyami. Thejjaswini Bhagini, studying in 8th standard in Amrita Vidyalaya, Nagapattinam. She has completed 2 levels of Samskrita Bharati exams and preparing for 3rd level. Thejjaswini.
Thank you, ma'am. Hari Om. Sarvebhyah mama swagatam. Samskrita Vani कार्यक्रमार्थम् आगतवन्तः सर्वेभ्यः हार्दिक धन्यवादः. इदानीं श्रीमती सुगन्ति श्रीधरन् माता सम्यक् सञ्चालनं कृतवती. भवत्यै मम धन्यवादः. प्रार्थना उक्तवती कुमारी नित्यश्री सौम्यनारायणन बहिनी. भवत्यै मम हार्दिक धन्यवादः.
Thejjaswini, kindly unmute.
भवत्यै मम हार्दिक धन्यवादान् व्याहरामि. श्रीमती मीनाक्षी रामचंद्रन माता स्वागतानि उक्तवती. भवत्यै अपि मम हार्दिक धन्यवादः. अनन्तरं भगवद्गीता विषयानि उक्तवान् डॉक्टर सुश्रुता जी. भवन्तमपि मम प्रिय धन्यवादः. रङ्गनाय अष्टकम् उक्तवती सुन्दरी तेजस्विनी. भवत्यै मम प्रिय धन्यवादः. अत्र अस्ति अद्य दिनस्य मुख्य अतिथि नारद पुराण विषयानि बहु सरल सुलभ वाक्ये उक्तवान् श्री रामकृष्णन जी. भवन्तं मम मधुर धन्यवादान् प्रकटयामि. पुनः सर्वेभ्यः मम हार्दिक धन्यवादः. Hari Om. I am here to thank the gathering on behalf of Sanskrit Vani for attending the great event in this glorious event. My first thanks to our anchor Srimati Suganthi Sridharan ma'am. You really made the event vibrant. Thank you, ma'am. I further would like to thank Srimati Nityashree Sowmianarayanan, who pleasured us with her prayer. Thank you so much, ma'am. I thank Srimati Meenakshi Ramachandran ma'am for her warm welcome. Thank you, ma'am. I extend my thanks to Srimati Krithika Sundararaman for cheering us with her Subhashitam. Thank you, ma'am. I also thank Dr. Sushrutha ji, preached us with the lessons from Bhagavad Gita. Thank you, sir. I also thank Kumari Thejjaswini sister for chanting Shloka for immersing us with her Shlokas. Further, I extend my thanks to our main speaker, Shri N. Ramakrishnan ji. for feeding us with lots of information. I would like to end up my thanks by wholeheartedly thanking you all once again. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಭಗಿನಿ. ಶಾಂತಿ ಮಂತ್ರಂ ಆಹ್ವಯಾಮಿ.
Before that, can I have 2 minutes?
Yes, please.
Namaste to you all. It's a wonderful session. Actually, what Mr. Ramki spoke, that should be handled as a series of talk. In fact, as you said, I also came to know a lot about Naradas. Now I can pen it in my poems one by one. It's a great opportunity. And right through Subhashitam till this Dhanyavad, the program was so wonderful and nicely handled. Being Gita Jayanti, I penned one poem. As I wish to you all, just I'll recite it, okay? This is from the talk, okay? From today's talk. Vittana iruttal vendum. It is in Tamil. I'll translate to you. Not an issue. Vittana iruttal vendum vilangida ulagil nandru. That's what he spoke, you know. Mr. that Amrita University, that professor. So vittana vitt means that is seed, okay? Vittana iruttal vendum vilangida ulagil nandre nittamum arpanithu. That's what Brahma arpanam. Okay, nittamum arpanithu nilamidil valdal vendum. Sittamum telidalagum. From where, see, the mind will get clarity when you chant mantras. Chittamum telidalagum jebithidam mandirattal vittayum nalgumame. That will gives knowledge. Okay, vittayum nalgumame verana kolvom indre. Valga Bharadam, Valga Samskritam. Valga Bharadam, Valga Samskritam. Valga Bharadam, Valga Vedamum. Valga Bharadam, Valga Lokame. Loka Samasta Sugino Bhavantu. Valga Bharatam, Valga Lokame. Valga Bharatam, Valga Jeevanam. That's what we all, Valga Jeevan. Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Wonderful. You ended icing on the cake of the program. Dhanyavad.
Hope everyone understood. Anybody need translation?
Vaishali. Shanti mantram vadamaha. Ahvayami Sivakumaram Mahodaya. Shanti mantram vaktum ahvayami.
Om. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kachchit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaskaram.
Dhanyavad.